Who's in control of your images? Yes, images, pictures, photos on your website. Important. So, this is the Marketing for Owners podcast with me, John Butt. It's a daily podcast where I teach small business owners and marketing teams to create a self-marketing company. What that means is the company, you set up all the marketing in a particular way using the perpetual sales cycle, and the company does all its own marketing while you go in and do the things you enjoy. Unless you like marketing, you can still use it, but you can do more of it. I like marketing. I've got a whole company. Oh, by the way, if you do like the podcast, which is always nice to know, go onto iTunes and give a rating or a review. Give an honest one. It doesn't have to be 5 stars, but 5 stars is preferred. But tell me what you think, because it's always good. Last time I looked, I had quite a few, and I was quite chuffed. But go and let me know. And when you've done that, go to marketingforowners.com/free book. See what happens there. You can guess what's going to happen. Something to do with the title there. But go and have a look. I'm not going to tell you anything else. It's good and it's free. Just saying. So images. The reason this came up is because on my Fire Protection Online website, we have some special software tucked in the background that tracks when people copy stuff from our website. And more often than not, people copy our images. The other thing is every now and again, somebody at the company will have a look through Google Images and look for ours. Now, we have our own photographs. We photographed all the products in-house or with a professional photographer or two. They're all ours, and they have a little distinct edge, and we can spot them from a mile off. They are not the manufacturer's ones. But what happens generally is, so when I've spoken to people, they say, no, these are the manufacturer's photos. Of course, that annoys me in the first place when I know they're mine. And they're telling me they're not mine. It's just a bit odd. So I say, no, they're not. And they say, yes, they are. They came on a disc and I gave them to our web company. And what I point out is the lazy web company has looked at the images on a disc, which are for a catalogue, not for the internet. And they're all in groups and all dark backgrounds. They look around and they find the same products online. And they think, these are better, I'll use those, without realising about copyright or the fact that they may belong to somebody like me, which is the way it is. So that's what happens. Now, on your website, are you using the correct images? Are you sure? Have you got the rights? Are you using them from a stock photography site that allows you to use them even though you've paid for them without giving a credit? Are you sure? Are you giving credits when you don't have to give credits? Are you using images that are owned by a company that belongs to Getty? Because Getty Images, Getty Photos, they will have you, and they will make it expensive for you. So much so, the threat of the expense and the size of the company is such that you will pay it just in case. You don't want to waste money on legal. So, ways around it. There are 2 ways around it. One is if you look for royalty-free images that you can use, places like Pixabay, one of my favourites, or Unsplash, or Gratiography, I can't even remember. If you go if you look at the transcript of this podcast, every single podcast, by the way, is transcribed. It's also it's recorded in video if you listen to this on audio, and it's on the website. If you go to marketingforowners.com/podcast, then they're all there. So this one is episode 229, Thursday. And if you go to /podcast/229, you'll come to the very page with every single word that I've spoken, any link that I mention, and all that kind of stuff. And we will add in a couple of links to previous posts where we've given a whole list of sort of 15 or 20 sites where you can legally, very legally, use, in whichever way you want, a whole range of fantastic photographs. you'll find something. You don't have to pay a penny, and you're allowed to use them. That's what they're for. Don't ask me how or why. Some make it from advertising, you know, AdSense. Anyway, it's up to them. That's one way. But so do not please search Google Images and take them from there. They are not free. They belong to people. They are copyrighted. Even the people you're looking at may have stolen it from the original owner. How do you know? When your web person puts images on, ask them to tell you where they got them from and to prove that they are royalty free and he's allowed or she's allowed to use them. Now, you might think, well, that's a bit of an effort for them. The effort is that they then have to go and check that they're allowed to use them. Because do you think they're going to get in trouble? No, you are going to get in trouble. You are the publisher, and on your site you're claiming copyright. They're not yours, you've stolen them. This can be expensive. So, first way is to use royalty-free sites, like I said, and we've got the details there. The second way is to take them yourself. Shock. Yeah, take them yourself. You see this thing that I'm pointing at? This is an iPhone 6. People have iPhone 6S, Galaxies, whatever. The thing in your pocket, the phone, generally, is a fantastic camera.